Well, it's Ed Parcaut, host of Real Estate Jerky, a radio show, and the live that we do on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 11 a.m. Betsy's here because she was on the radio last weekend, and she was talking about the grant that they have for Tuolumne County for the new homeowners for fire insurance. And so I thought she'd come on and tell us a little bit more about that. Betsy, thanks for being here today.
Thanks for asking. Thank you.
We try to share the wealth around here, get you online, because you wouldn't do this without me doing this to you.
Right. Exactly. Oh my God.
All right. So I know that fire insurance, and because we talked about this before, and you're like, don't bring it up. It's, because I don't want to but it's been something for a while. It's all over California. It's in other states. It's other places. There's other issues. I mean, Texas has, issues with hail that you can't get insurance because of that. There's other things. So right now it's because of fire issues that it's anytime you're up against any type of vegetation in California, you have to get possibly the FAIR plan. Is that correct?
I think most people have to get the FAIR plan, period.
All right. Well, I was trying to be nice about it, but anyway.
Oh, okay.
So what did you do about that?
What, the Board of Realtors or?
Yeah. What happened up there in Tuolumne County? Because I heard about a grant. You want to kind of get into that?
Yeah, Tuolumne County Association of Realtors received a grant from the Housing Affordability Fund, which is a California Association of Realtors. It's like a committee of the California Association of Realtors, and they awarded us $250,000, and that grant goes to homeowners who purchase a home in Tuolumne County using a realtor. The purchase price has to be under $500,000. And they submit an application with their closing statement from their escrow, which has to have been closed within 60 days or less of them applying. And then they also submit like a copy of their insurance deck page, the bill.
Okay. Now, all right. So does that have to be a new first-time home buyer, or just has to be someone buying a primary residence?
Just someone buying a primary residence.
All right. So they can move from somewhere else and buy a primary residence. It doesn't have to have a loan. They could just, it doesn't matter as long as you're under.
It has to have a loan.
Okay. Yeah. So, all right. So basically people in need.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. I mean,
we've had all kinds of different applicants, not a ton. So we're still getting the word out there. And we're also having a fundraiser to have, because Sonora Area Foundation is, letting us have another $5,000 that we are going to be able to use as matching funds. So if we can raise $5,000, they'll give us another $5,000.
No, that's good. And now each grant is up to a certain dollar amount, depending on how big the house, what the price of the house is. Is that how it works? A percentage, or how does it work?
Not necessarily the price of the house, but the price of the homeowner's insurance is taken into consideration.
All right. So
when the task force goes ahead and, awards that money.
Right. So it could be anywhere from $100 to, and the max grant is $500. Is that correct?
And you know what? And I don't know if it was 250,000. I got to find out.
That's okay. That's why we're here.
Yeah. That's okay.
Well, but the one thing you did say, it had to be with a real estate agent, but it has to be with a Tuolumne County real estate agent. That is your buyer's agent, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Is that too much at one time?
One of them. Yeah.
Yeah. So if it's a selling agent, it's okay. So it has to be one. I'm just all right. I'm being too a little specific. So
people can call and ask me, and I'm thinking, I'm second guessing that it was maybe 50,000 and not 250, because 250, when you said that, sounded kind of high.
Yeah. No, I meant about how much per, like the average award.
Oh, between $250 and $500.
That's what I'm talking about. The average award per person.
Right. So I'm talking about the money that we got. I believe it was only 50,000.
No problem.
That's a lot.
Yeah. So, but if on average, if you're, you can help a lot of homeowners who just get in, because I mean, sometimes could be, their average policy, $3,000, $2,500. So $500 will help them out for the year. So that's nice that you guys have done that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And everyone's been very appreciative.
Well, of course, it's free money.
Well,
right.
It's kind of like
who doesn't want money? I'll take money. Okay. All right. So it has to be under $500,000 purchase price. It has to be, you have to buy as a primary residence in the Tuolumne County. Need to use an agent from Tuolumne County.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Okay. I
and
just want to
Apply within 60 days
60
of your
days.
close of escrow.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, I mean, that's a great little thing. I kind of want to just bring that up today, but I also want to talk about, I know we're going to, some people are going to be on and off and not, but I've been hearing a lot of people thinking they want to wait to buy till the market stops and it drops. Have you heard any of that?
I've had conversations with people already today about that.
Oh, really?
And I said, when you wait for it to drop, you don't know when that's actually going to happen. And usually, interest rates aren't as low. And then if you have to sell something, you're getting less, right?
Right. But do you think it's going to, I have a totally different opinion, but my question to you is, do you think we're going to be in a market where it's going to stop going up at some point?
At some point, but I don't know when that'll be.
Yeah. Well, I have a different opinion. It's going to be a while. And I'm trying to, so you keep talking while I'm trying to bring up my slides. Okay.
Yeah. Cause I'm still trying to find out. I think it was $50,000.
Yeah. I think it was too, but that's okay.
Yeah.
It's a matter of, there's a grant.
Like,
yeah. That's okay.
We're still giving people money. Okay.
A lot of people don't realize it's not as easy to be on these things as, being on the show and talking. It's nerve-wracking when it's live and they've never been there. So, I mean, you've been on the radio with us when we were live. It's a totally different scenario.
Well, when I do my Zoom meetings, I've got the Twain Harte Lake photo behind me.
Right.
And now I've got Bigfoot hanging in the background here on a Twain Harte Lake picture.
All right. So there was a thing that just came out and they were talking about how when you have a void of information, emotion tends to drive the decision. Right. So basically people think that because there's no information out there, oh my God, the market's going to drop because it's done it before. Well, if we look at let me see if we can go to the next slide there. All right. So our appreciation that we've had year over year right now. So in a normal market, we can see you looking away there at something else. Anyway, I'm just messing with you, Betsy.
Just got texted. Yes, it is $50,000 grant.
See, there we go. We know. So one of the issues is year-over-year appreciation. We're at like 15.4%. Because one of the things I said on here, we talk about real estate and the market. So we've had a major appreciation in May. The number for June's even higher. So everybody's talking about this housing bubble, right? The last housing bubble we had was because of risky loans.
Right.
The one thing that we're not doing now is any risky loans at all. Everybody's 1 in 4 deals is still cash and people are putting money down on the transaction. So there's money where before they were all 100% financing.
Haven't seen a pick-up payment loan in a long time.
Yeah, you're never going to see those again. Mm-hmm. Speaking of that, in the last time in 2008, look at the FICO's difference. See that 376 billion was under 620 FICO score during that period of time. Currently, 74 billion is under 620. Most of those are going to be FHA.
Right.
So we've seen that increase. People are thinking it. We're not seeing it. This is the one thing that affordability, housing bubble back here. We're at the most highest we could ever affordable. Look how crazy that was. And then today we're at what here? Let me get over here. So we're here compared to where we were here at the top of the housing bubble.
Wow.
So see the difference? So
yeah.
I'm gonna keep going. So all housing bubble has to do with a mortgage debt and affordability, right? So if we keep looking at that part of everything, here's where we are. 2007 at the housing bubble. Here's where we were here. We are way down here today. Mm-hmm. Can you see what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I'm one of those way down here people.
Right. So what I'm getting at, household debt service ratio for mortgages, a percentage of personal income. Everything's way more affordable today because of interest rates, right?
Okay.
So if we're looking back at the bubble years, that stuff, I'm just throwing up slides that I have, and we don't have to read every single one of them, but this is really huge. So we look at the affordability of a house today. Mm-hmm. The only time it was higher, so we're at 158 right now. During the downturn where people, houses were really cheap, this is the affordability. Back here in 2008, it was at 138. We're at 158. We're so much more affordable today, even with prices going up and everything going up because of actual interest rates. However, affordability is starting to go down. Mm-hmm. but nowhere close to 2008, right?
Right.
So with that, so housing bubble, nope, not going to happen.
Wow.
So
Yeah.
this is single family housing units completed, right? Back between here. Look at the 13 years right here. This is our problem right here. It all has to do with the fact that we haven't built any houses, has
Supply.
nothing to do with anything else. We're
Right.
so far below, and I'm not going to get into forbearance stuff. I did a webinar on the, not webinar, live on that the other day. And basically we're out of the forbearance that we're going to have, only like 244 houses are possibly going to go foreclosure. We had more than that each of the last 3 years. So
244 in the whole state?
in the country.
What?
244,000 in the country.
Oh, 1,000. Okay.
Yeah. So nationwide, nationwide in 2017, 2018, and 2019, we were like 276,000, 256,000, 244, right? That was the whole year. Right now, they're thinking out of the forbearance, we might get 244,000 homes that might go foreclosure, which is a drop in the bucket and will be picked up like nothing. And it's not going to affect anything. Tell your husband bye. I said hello.
I know. Ed says hi.
Come
over and give me a kiss.
So here's right. So I didn't put this on the screen, but there's thinking. So out of all the mortgages that are out there, 3.5% are in forbearance.
Okay.
Out of that, everyone except for 13% has greater than 10% equity.
Mm-hmm.
So that means they can sell them if they got into trouble. That 13%, if they all went in foreclosure, that's the 244 homes.
Okay.
So yeah, it's
244,000. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
244,000. Sorry, when I'm just making it smaller.
I know. Oh my God.
So so with that being stated, the reason I do these is to tell people, stop thinking about emotional. I can't afford it. Like I know some people that are trying to buy a house in Lathrop for under 500,000. It's not going to happen.
Mm-mm.
Or I'm sorry, Tracy. Okay. I'm sorry. Right.
That's still a commutable distance to the bay.
Right. But it's not, you're not going to find a 4-bedroom house with this, and this in that area for under 500,000 these days. And right. And each month you wait, you just lost another 3% cost that it's going up. If you look at our, with the chart I showed about how things are appreciating.
Mm-hmm.
So don't wait. Now is the time with rates the way they are. A lot of buyers are like, I'm going to wait till December or whatever. Stop doing that. Get out there while those people are waiting for December. Get in the market. Because I was talking to an agent yesterday and she's like, these buyers are killing me. Because I had a client who been in contract twice on his house and he's buying a larger house and it's fallen out. And it's fallen out because of people putting solar on their property with leases.
Yeah.
And this house was a 1,500 square foot house and it had 2 solar leases on it. You don't even need solar on a 1,500 square foot house unless you're in the mountains or something, right? And want to live off the grid.
Right.
But anyway, that's enough about me.
Yeah.
Anything you want to add about up in Tuolumne County? How's the pricing? You guys got a lot of affordable homes. You have stuff that people, go, you can, everybody's being pushed back to staying at home again. Have you noticed that?
I think a lot of people are staying home this time because they're preferring to do that.
Well, not only that, but a lot of companies who said they had to come back have just said, go back. So you're staying home.
Mm-hmm.
So, even our company, I said, you guys go back home. I don't want to, don't know if this variance is really going to be that bad, but you guys have chosen what you want to do. Just work from home.
Right. So. Well, it's like my daughter, she works from home at least half the week and sometimes goes in live to her job. But yeah.
Yeah. Well, they work. Most people work harder from home.
Yeah.
To stay home. Right. It's, you can tell, at certain jobs, what people are doing or not doing. Right. You have matrices.
I was kind of looking forward to being able to put people back in my car.
Really?
Yeah. Because it's so much easier to give them a tour and to educate them about the area and show them where their kids can go play soccer. And you know what I mean? It's
right. You can do that. You just have to mask up, right?
No, they're not supposed to be in our cars right now. I don't think they've gone back to that, but And if they have, it'll probably go back to the other. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. So
We
now you
stopped,
can tell.
we stopped having to use all these extra forms, coronavirus entry forms for, people signing before they come into the house and stuff like that. And they've taken those away, and we don't have to, post the notices and stuff like that, like we were supposed to be this whole last year and a half, but that could change too.
Well, that was one of the other things about the amount of homes on the market. If you look back a year ago during COVID, when nobody wanted really to sell their house. I mean, you guys went crazy after June because everybody was up there, but in other places, we have so much less inventory compared to then. And that's why there's such a problem. We need more inventory, which we're not going to see for a while. So
yeah, our inventory is actually higher, but
yeah, but you guys, I mean, basically you guys probably have 190 homes in Tuolumne County for sale.
Yeah, we have. Yeah, that you remembered that from the radio show.
I have this saying.
Yeah.
That's what I've been divorced a couple of times for a reason. It's not because I don't remember things. It's because
and normally we would have 400 to 600.
Right.
That would be normal.
Right, but that's what I'm talking about. 190. That's nothing. That if 1 in 4 went cash, that means there's a lot of loan officers crying about I don't have any business because you know what I mean. That only leaves a third of them for loans, and which is good, for selling people, but not always good for everybody else. So, anything else you want to add? Or your dogs want to add before we go?
No, is that it?
I don't know. It's been 16 minutes. You got to add it. You want to add anything? You got as long as you want. We hit the fire thing. We hit the fact that we're not going to go in a bubble, and we hit
trying to open the front door. Well, yeah, and we're having a fundraiser. We're having the rib cook-off in August.
For what?
For raising those extra $5,000 to get that matching funds.
How can they find out about that if they're online? Is there a website to go to?
They can. Or do they? No, you know what? It's posted on Facebook, and they could go to my Facebook if they want and just message me and ask me. And your
Facebook is Betsy Hurst Younger, or is it Betsy Hurst?
No, it's Betsy Morrell, Morrell, Hurst Younger. Looks like I've been married 3 times, but no, only twice. Morrell's my maiden name, so my friends from high school can find me.
Right, and that's the fundraiser to help get funds to get more help for the fire for people with
fire insurance. Yeah,
okay.
For homeowners insurance
for the grant, more grant.
And there's always the Tuolumne County Association of Realtors board office. They can contact them, and they can also check out their Facebook page if they're online.
Okay. And then that is what date? Do you remember the date that is?
No, I was looking to see if I had the flyer sitting here.
Betsy, I tell you.
What? I know. It's like, oh.
Don't make me go back to the radio and listen to it real quick so I can give it to you.
It's in August. Let me think.
Anyway,
yeah. It's in
you look for it and I'll keep talking. Any amazing ton of acreage properties you ever sell for real cheap?
Well, you know what? I think a 4,000 square foot house with a swimming pool on 18 acres for $799 is
that's a good deal.
A good deal. Yeah.
Now, my next question is it updated or is it like from the 90s?
It's Corian. So
no, the cabinets, are they oak or are they?
They're wood. Yeah.
They're just wood.
Yeah, they're wood. Come on.
I mean, because 18 acres with a pool and what you just said, that's a good size house. And it probably has a really nice kitchen. Everybody check it out. You guys can find Betsy Hurst online through Facebook, or you can, just Google her, Betsy Hurst
Younger. Yeah. And that rib cook-off and cornhole tournament.
Right.
Is August 28th from 12 to 6 at Tuolumne Park.
There we go. I knew you'd find it.
I know. I found the online in my
next email. Time you would have sent it to me, I could have shared it on the screen, or you could next time. All right.
Okay. I can.
All right. Anything else you want to go over today? Because we did the fundraiser. We did whether or not we're going to be in a bubble. Affordability is the best it's been. Keep out there. It is getting worse, but it's still amazing. Anything else you want to add?
If people want to come up to Tuolumne County, we've got outdoor seating at most restaurants still, and you can go walk around Pinecrest Lake.
Speaking of that, are you guys masked up there? Are you guys open just like the rest of us, or are you like Sacramento?
We're open.
Okay.
Yeah. I know I went down to Pleasanton last Monday and luckily had a package of masks in the car.
Yeah, well, from what I'm hearing, it's getting worse out there. So just protect everybody, protect yourself. I don't care what you believe.
I've been choosing to wear a mask when I go out.
Yeah. I've been choosing not to go out.
I know. That's okay. I know.
It's, hey, whatever works for you, and that's, I come into work, I got the whole office to myself because everybody works from home.
Right.
It's pretty nice. Yeah. I feel sorry for my, my neighbors when I'm running around here shirtless. I'm just kidding.
Well, I'll be going to a Board of Supervisors meeting in a little bit, and everyone in the room will be wearing masks because that's what it's been like the last couple of times I've been there. If people are doing stuff outside, they're not always wearing masks.
Right. I mean, from what I'm hearing, it's about, it's a certain percentage of people who've been vaccinated that are still getting things. And so just be protective, whatever that is for you, whatever you want to do, just do that. So let's see. I think we got a couple comments over here. Let's see what they are. Oh, look at that. Marlene was trying to help you out.
Yeah. Thanks, Marlene.
Let's see. Best neighborhoods to buy in that have private lakes. That's a question.
We have several neighborhoods with private lakes. We have Twain Harte with its own lake. We have Crystal Falls with 2 different lakes. We have Sugar Pine with its own private lake. We have Lakewood Park with its own lake. So,
but none of those they're no boat. I mean, no major jet skis or anything on those. Those are just quiet, maybe paddleboard kind of lake, right?
Right. Paddleboard, swim, maybe kids fishing. Yeah. And then, of course,
I guess Marlene's looking to move. So one more from her. Which one do you like the best?
I can't say that.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. I'm a member of Twain Harte Lake because I own a cabin that has lake membership. And so I know a lot about that lake. And
how about this one? She got one more question.
Which one is the largest of the lakes?
Of the private lakes of those areas you mentioned.
Are they
about the same? Well, you said one has 2 lakes. Crystal Falls, you said, have 2 lakes?
Yeah, because there's a lower and an upper Crystal Falls. Cedar Ridge also has 2 lakes also. And it depends on if you would like to be above the snow line or below the snow line, because Crystal Falls is considered the lower lake is below the snow line. All the other lakes are above. And then, of course, we're close to the Lake Don Pedro and New Melones and Lake Tulloch. And those would be lakes that you would bring your water ski boat or jet skis to. Yeah.
Well, I just heard something bang in our area.
I heard too. I know. And at least we're not having an earthquake.
No, it's probably upstairs. I'm on the ground floor. It's probably somebody upstairs in the building dropping stuff. So.
Oh my gosh. So there's also
above snow line. What do you mean above snow line? Just tell take Marlene out and find her a place up there, please.
Get her in here. 3,000 foot elevation is what I call the snow line. And so anything above that is Twain Harte, Cedar Ridge, Lakewood, Sugar Pine, Pinecrest. All
right. So one thing I will say is she asked one more, but I want to make a comment before that. She's asking what's for sale. Yep. All right. The issue about the up where you're talking about, right? Yeah. If you have an agent who's not from that area, they might, and you don't want to be in the snow line, they might sell you a house that when you come in the winter, you have 7-foot berm in front of your house and it's 4 feet wide, and you don't know you have to move it and hire somebody to do all that. So it's really important to get somebody from the area who knows the area because of that. Yeah. It's a little different. I mean, it's not like somebody in Stanislaus County or somebody in San Joaquin County. The areas are pretty much, you kind of can know the area by not living here. But up there, if you don't know what altitude it is at and all that stuff, you could really set somebody not to like you down the road.
Well, and some of the smart cars will tell you.
That means if they even look. That means if they look, right? Yeah. Your watch should tell you. So.
Yeah.
But you don't know if that's a snow line. I mean, because we're in Twain Harte, we have that one property there, and that's at 3,200. So occasionally we should get some snow, but not, a ton like we do in Cold Springs, which
Right.
that's 5,200, and that gets a lot of snow.
Right. The higher elevation, the more you're going to get.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah.
More. Yeah. I mean, that's where it used to be. I get there, by February, I'm done until April after going to our cabin, because it's like you have to move snow all the time. Yes, you can hire somebody, but it's just, not the same.
Right. So, yeah. So,
All right. So
there are homes for sale in those areas with community lakes. Yes.
Okay. And the average. So didn't you have one for around a couple 100,000? I
have one for 295.
That already in contract?
No.
I assume. Oh.
And that has Twain Lake membership.
Is it coming up?
No, it's up right now.
Okay. So there you go. If you guys want to get up there and get your own place with the lake, 295,000, not a bad deal.
Mm-mm.
You can't get that in other areas.
No. No.
All right. Then, and if it's your house, and that house will, even if you buy it with a loan, guess what? You could possibly get a grant for fire insurance at the same time. There you go. Get help there.
Okay.
All right. So let's see who else. All right. So basically, I think we answered all of Marlene's questions. Marlene, thanks for jumping in here and asking some questions. We really appreciate it. If you guys haven't set up, one of the issues you have to understand, if somebody's live on Facebook and they're using StreamYard, you have to give Facebook and StreamYard the permission to see the comments. Marlene had one more question. I guess she wants to know about that house in Twain Harte Lake membership, because she wants to know how much is the lake membership. Besides buying a house with the membership, is there an annual fee, or is that just the HOA?
There's a $6,000 transfer fee that the buyer pays to transfer the membership into their name. And then $375 a year is the fee right now for the annual, renewal of the membership.
And if you don't buy a house with the membership on there, it could take you 15, 20 years before being on the list before you can possibly even get in there. Correct? If you even get in there without it being right.
Exactly. Yeah. It could be more.
Right. Yeah. I'm just saying. Yeah. So it could be forever.
It's a limited amount, and it goes with the house. Yeah.
Right.
And you have to buy a house in a lake eligible area.
Right. And that's just certain areas. And if you buy a house outside that, can you buy a house in it and transfer the membership to you?
To one outside of it?
Yeah.
No.
Okay. Right. Just little things I want to know, because buying the property we have, it'd be nice I don't have to want to buy a rental just to have access to the lake. Right.
But you could always go over to Lyons, but you can't swim in there because that's drinking water.
Yeah, well, just all you have to do is just go to the river right in the front of it, right before it gets there, and you can walk in. Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
I've been there. It's a great lake to fish off of and go around with biking and let your dogs jump in it, but humans just can't get in.
Let your dogs jump in it.
Hey, I've seen other animals get in there, bears and other stuff. So who's stopping them?
I know.
All right.
And then of course they stock the ditch with fish, so.
Right. And they stock the lake with fish too, right?
I don't know, because the ditch runs into it or runs out of it. So.
Well, I see a lot of people fishing out there. I've never caught anything out there.
Yeah. So. I know I've seen people fishing at Pinecrest too. And if the water comes.
And I've seen people take fish out of there because I've seen them cleaning them on the way out of the boat ramp.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you go up the Sonora Pass, there's good fishing up there too. But of course, fishermen are supposed to tell.
Betsy, what's the best number if somebody wants to get a hold of you about anything? What's your number? 209? Yeah.
604-2609.
There you go.
209-604-2609.
Give Betsy a call if you guys have questions about anything up in Tuolumne County. And if she doesn't handle it, she'll find somebody that does for you.
That's right.
Right.
It's all about helping them.
That's right. I mean, the problem is she volunteers so much. I don't know how she gets any work done.
Oh, come on.
No, I don't mean that wrong. I'm just saying you give a lot. You give back to the community a lot. I mean, you're helping everywhere you can help. I know you put in a lot of hours. I know when you're on vacation, you still work.
Well, this week we're collecting backpacks with school supplies for the kids. And we'll be presenting those to the Jamestown Family Resource Center on Saturday at the Sonora Walmart. So
I guess they're moving stuff upstairs.
Yeah. So if anyone wants to donate a backpack, pencils, pens, erasers, pencil sharpeners,
Masks.
calculators, masks. Yeah. I bought masks for the kids. There's some cute ones out there.
I know, but it's just, for poor kids have to wear masks to go to school.
I know. It's not normal. I know.
So,
So anyways, I
it's
donated four of those with completely full of stuff. And they're collecting them at our Tuolumne County Association of Realtors board office. If anyone wants to drop them off, you can probably drop them off at any real estate office up here. And then we'll make sure they get to the collection spot.
All right, Betsy, thank you for coming on the show today. I really appreciate it. And thanks for being on the radio. And thanks for all you do for the community.
Thank you.
Don't run away.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, everybody, for watching today and listening. And if you're watching this afterwards, please subscribe, share, and comment. Have a great day.